Uncharted 2 Among Thieves is an action-adventure game developed by Naughty Dog and published by Sony Computer Entertainment. It is the second game in the Uncharted series and was originally released in October of 2009 for the PlayStation 3. However, you're going to be seeing footage from the PS4 version. Uncharted 2 Among Thieves takes place 2 years after the events of the first game. You follow as Nathan Drake once again going on an adventure as he is on the search for the Cinnamoni Stone in the city of Shambhala, while battling mercenary groups led by war criminals Zoran Lazarek. Uncharted Drake's Fortune was such a great game for the PlayStation 3 and is one of the reasons why people got a PlayStation 3. So when they announced a second game, people were hyped and expectations were high. So, when the game came out in October 2009, were those expectations met? Fuck yeah, this game's awesome. Now, I love the first Uncharted game, but one of the best compliments I can give Uncharted 2 is that it took what was great about Uncharted 1 and just made it better in almost every single way. For starters, Uncharted 2 plays a bit better. Uncharted 1 was a little clunky in some areas like the climbing, and sometimes the action felt clunky too. It was pretty fine for the time, but they just made it feel much better in Uncharted 2. And going through the levels and gunning down enemy after enemy just felt right. And even the climbing sections, which I know some people may not be a big fan of, I thought it felt smooth. And every time I took a small break from the game and went back to it, everything just felt natural. While the story in Uncharted 2 isn't the most complicated story out there, I definitely think it's a well-told story for what it is, and I felt engaged. I think that might have to do with the different locations that you go through within this game. While I like the jungle aesthetic in the first game, I really like going through the different locations in the second game. And it made me feel that I was actually progressing. And it made me feel like I was actually progressing with Nathan Drake on his journey. And speaking of Nathan Drake, he still has his witty, smart mouth kind of personality, but I felt in this game there was a bit more going on with him. He definitely showed a bit more emotion, I felt, in this game compared to the first one. Sully, unfortunately, isn't in this game a whole lot, but when you see him, he's really awesome, and I don't know, I just love Sully. He's probably my favorite Uncharted character. And then you got Elena, who is just a really nice compliment to Nathan Drake's personality. She's definitely the yin to his yang, and their chemistry is just really sweet, especially towards the end of the game. And then we have Chloe, who is probably the best girl in Uncharted, in my opinion. She made her debut in this game, and she definitely makes an impression, because 1, she's hot, and 2, she's got a really awesome personality. I also like her journey throughout the game. Starting off as kind of this anti-hero, towards the end of the game she's pretty much on your side, and you get to learn a little bit more about her. Not only does Uncharted 2 have an amazing cast of characters, it also has an amazing cast of voice actors. A lot of the same ones from the first one come back to play their characters. Nolan North is once again Nathan Drake, Emily Rose is once again Elena Fisher, and then you got new ones like Claudia Black, who plays Chloe, and I think she did a fantastic job playing Chloe. The music in Uncharted 2 is fantastic. It's not that much different from the first game in my opinion, but it's still pretty epic nonetheless, and it's consistently awesome. Visually, Uncharted 2 is amazing as well. You are seeing PS4 footage, so you're definitely getting a more 1080p experience with this game, but even on the PS3 version, it is an impressive looking game for the time. Uncharted 2, in my opinion, is one of the best games ever made. Definitely for the PlayStation 3, and definitely my favorite in the Uncharted franchise. I don't even have anything negative to say. I guess if you want to bring up one negative is that the main villain is kinda one note and is kinda generic, but in my opinion, I think that's what is his biggest strength is the fact that he is one note, but he's very intimidating. He's big, he's strong, and he will fuck you up. One of my favorite segments in this game is definitely probably the train segment. Going through the train and seeing it move, and just the background art is beautiful, but you also got a bunch of enemies that are trying to kill you, so you can't really pay attention to the background, because you're trying to kill the guys. And when you go and try to jump across the different carts, the camera does this really awesome thing where it has this wide shot. Oh man, I love this game so much. I can't recommend it enough. I think you definitely could play Uncharted 2 without playing the first one, but you won't get enough context as to who the characters are from the first game. And I think that's where I'm going to cut it off here. Uncharted 2 is an amazing game, and I highly recommend it. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know down below what you thought of Uncharted 2, and let me know, are you Team Elena or are you Team Chloe? I hope everybody has a happy holidays and a good new year. This is going to be my final video of 2021, and I'm happy that we're ending on a banger. Hopefully we start with a banger in 2022. I'm going to be continuing this Uncharted review series with Uncharted 3, but maybe I might review an anime first. Who knows? Either way, I hope to see you there. Big thanks to Warpbait, my Asma Senpai, and my name is Doofy for supporting me on Patreon. You guys are awesome.